If you believe an ounce of the shit you spit, you use your fortune to actually help the base movement, not enrich the shit out of yourself. It sucks because you actually reach folks and gain awareness, but you are definitively a class traitor. You should be using your economic wealth you've gained from our base to help our base, not enrich yourself. You are non-ironically a class traitor. Wait, are you saying I'm a class traitor as someone who is wealthy? Because yeah, in that sense, I guess you're correct. People always say stuff like this, but they don't just like follow up. What do you mean? What do you mean? I never understand it. It just ultimately turns into socialism when poor. That's it. You use what's going on in our country for profit. Explain what you mean. Explain what you mean. I'm a political commentator. Okay, this is my job. Whether there are 10 people watching or 10,000 people watching or 300,000 people watching, this is what I do. I do this when you're tuning in. I do this when you're not tuning in. I do this when the things that I'm saying that I believe in are seen as unconscionable by people, and they leave and they say I'm a fucking terrorist and all this shit. And not only do I do it for free, okay? You can volunteer to give me $5 a month, $6 a month, or a free subscription in the form of a Twitch Prime, but I don't run fucking ads, okay? I don't even maintain any sort of like IP control. So if you want to make money off of the shit that I'm saying and like post it on your own, people have paid for their fucking student loans by doing so. It's all free. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just mad that I'm successful at that point. That's it. I'm a working class average American. You do this for a living. I'm not trying to go toe to toe with you. You're a big boy and can articulate. Did you just say you have resentments, but you can't even articulate said resentments? What are you doing? So you're just angry for no reason. You don't even know why you're angry. What have you done to help the people you claim to fight for? Every single day, we got to do this, I think. Every single day, I got to be like, hey, man, I'm out in the streets. I get shot at just like you do. If you're also out in the streets, I do fucking fundraisers. I donate myself, both privately and publicly. I go out and work with local community organizers. I go out and prop up political candidates that I think are actually good forces to genuinely change the political system from within. Do I have to repeat that? Do I have to run the fucking highlight reel every time? God damn, dude. God damn. I resent you take money from people on this platform and pocket everything for material bullshit instead of actually backing what you talk about with the capital you're getting. What do you want me to do is the question. If this is a constructive criticism that you have, explain it, okay? Explain what it is. Explain what it is. What do you mean when you say material bullshit that you're pocketing instead of backing your talk with the capital you're getting? Do you want me to arm a militant vanguard? Is that what your goal is? Like, is that what you think I should be doing? Is that what it is? And not only that, but my attitude and my statements have actually caused, and my stubbornness has actually caused problems within my career as well. So if I was a fucking grifter, I always repeat this over and over again, I'd just be right wing. The easiest grift on the planet. It takes nothing. It requires no brain power to be a right wing grifter. Look at Asmongold. Great example of this. Okay. Why the fuck do I do this? Why do I do this? Why do I receive death threats every fucking day if I don't believe what I'm saying? Why do I do this? Why is my family getting doxxed every fucking day if I don't believe what I'm saying? Why do I do this when I get detained by Customs and Border Patrol if I don't believe what I say? Ultimately, it unironically stems from just like, bro, although you maintain, like, within the confines, a military vanguard would be dope, but no, okay, what do you want then? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I can explain it to this for this average chatter. You should be donating substantially. Some might even say as the single largest donator to things like new labor unions forming in America. Yeah, that's right. I should be doing that. That would be good, right? If I was doing that. If I was doing stuff like that, that would be good, right? Of course, I'm too fearful to do such things. Like perhaps if I was like the single largest individual donor to a newly formed labor union movement, like the Amazon labor union. Oh shit, what the fuck? Even if you didn't do anything outside of streaming, it should be enough. Activism takes many forms, and I bet the people criticizing you are just projecting. I know. And especially at a time when like motherfuckers don't say anything. They don't even, brother, people are too afraid to speak out against like the Gestapo machine kidnapping people. Most of the content that you consume from content creators, unironically, is nothing. Even if I wasn't doing anything else and just chirping and demanding that people organize, okay? Also, this is hilarious. The amount of time you waste explaining yourself to jackasses and trolls is impressive. from 2020 saying the amount of time you waste explaining yourself to jackasses and trolls is impressive to becoming the jackass and troll is incredible. How did you fucking turn into it? Bro, we know how much you put into this. Don't get riled up from the hate. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. This is just like, this is not like real criticism. It's just someone who wants to be heard. And if they have any sort of like confusion about where I stand on issues, like I'll take the time out and explain it to them. That's it. Also, thank you, John Hugs, for the 25 gifted subs and Rome TV for the 5 gifted subs. Again, voluntary donations. That's it. If you don't want to fucking donate, if you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to. You don't have to do that at all. It's all free, baby. It's all free. He flipped when you buy your house. I know. That's what it was. It's like, this motherfucker lives in a house with his family. Fuck him. That's all it takes for a lot of people. Also, he did not present an alternative. What happened to bro in 2022? I got doxxed. I purchased the home that I'm living in right now for myself and my family. And there were a lot of people who are sincerely leftists who are still misguided and unironically hyper focused on the optics of the situation, not realizing that they're like literally attacking the left for the silliest shit while being a part of the left. It's just misguided anger to an incredibly accessible person. Chad, if you sub long enough, Hasan might cover your favorite local Senate candidate as well as part of his grift, I think. Yep. There is definitely like a misguided attitude of being like a poverty cultist, okay, on the left for sure. It's marginal and I think it's inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but it is what it is, you know? A lot of those cries used to be way more aggressive, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's stopped now. And these people have no answers. These people have no answers for why like my attitude and my statements have not changed since I had no money to where I'm at now. They responded, why would you change your stances when that's what makes you money? What? Dude, how many people like me exist out there? What are you talking about? Does it never confuse you at all? Do you never actually look at the environment, the media landscape, and all of the people whose content you consume and never think once to yourself that not a single one of them actually speak out on any number of different issues, even from a liberal perspective, and the only fucking voices that you hear from, for the most part, are incredibly reactionary right-wing voices? Does that not ever shock you at all? Do you not realize that there's a reason for that? And that is because people are fucking terrified to speak out. This all literally stems from you are able to maintain editorial independence and be able to present your opinions to an increasingly larger audience and also gain financial success in the consequence, even if you're like a unique figure in this space. Why do you think people are afraid to even speak out against Trump right now? If there's so much money to be made, why isn't Asmongold a leftist socialist grifter? Why isn't XQC a socialist grifter? If there's so much money to be made, these guys don't give a fuck about politics. Why aren't they grifting to the left? Have you not noticed that you keep coming back here for one reason? Don't get me wrong, said already a few times, I appreciate the awareness they bring. It seems like you don't, because you're saying I'm doing it cynically to make money off of it, even though for many years I made no money off of it at all. And even then, if this was simply content for me, why the fuck don't I take $1 million sponsorships from like Polymarket for one day of work? Why don't I do that? Why don't I take the fucking bag and run with it? Ask yourself these questions and maybe you will be able to understand the answers, because you'd be outed. I'm saying if I'm a grifter, if I'm a leftist grifter and therefore don't have an ideological commitment to this, why don't I just grift to the right is my question to you, as many people do, okay? Many people do that. There are a million different very successful grifters that present themselves as right-wing, even if they don't fully abide by or give a shit about right-wing politics at all. Why? Why do you spend so much time and so much brain power in your mind to develop this idea that like I'm something that I'm not? I'm actually sinister and I'm presenting myself as someone that I am not actually. Yeah, you're Schrodinger's grifter. You're both a grifter and not a grifter because you'd be outed if you did grift, so you don't grift. Like, if I'm in it just to make money, doesn't that make sense? That I would just do things that would make me money rather than cause a fuck ton of headaches? Who the fuck would grift to the left? The left is segmented. We love fucking fighting one another and we eat it. We literally eat it from the right all the way to the far right. We're enemy number one for the right and the far right. We eat it from the center. We eat it from the liberals who see us as like a spoiler, okay? Because we're forcing the liberals to actually do things that everyone would want, okay? And then on top of that, anyone that has even like a marginal disagreement on the left also hates you. Why the fuck fuck would anybody do this if they didn't truly believe in it? Even if right now, if you wanted the grift, yeah, you'd destroy the audience you build, but you'd be welcomed by right-wing money. No, the pathway is clear. People have done this. You can just slowly but surely talk about how annoying the left is and find yourself increasingly abiding by right-wing positions, okay? And then eventually you make that leap and you say, why I left the left, here is why. There are many such examples. A lot of them are trots. Some of the most vicious fucking right-wing neocons that have played a formative role in American politics started off as trots, started off as Marxists. People have said this about me for years. Why has it not happened? Why is it that the people who have said this about me have then made that leap to the right? If I was such a dishonest grifter, I wouldn't have every goddamn institution that is working with the Israeli state up my asshole every day of the fucking week, making my life a living hell to the best of their ability. They failed to do so, okay? That's it. That's it. I've never moved a single fucking inch from my position. Ultimately, it still comes down to, I don't like that you were also able to be successful in this media environment, because this media environment is disgusting, and therefore your success alone shows not that you have been an earnest communicator in perpetuity, but instead it shows that you are a sinister demon doing this for money. If that was the case, don't you think you would see more and more people propping up left and right with a loud and proud socialist message if there is a major audience for this? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm done arguing with this shit. It's so stupid. I can't believe I did this. What a waste of time this was while we were talking about fucking issues. That is my biggest, that's my biggest problem, is that I find myself constantly trying to over explain stuff to people. And I think like when you do that, people immediately assume like, oh, you got caught. You got caught because you are indecent, instead of like listening to what I have to say and going, you know what? I never thought of it that way. I think many people just go, he's chirping into the wind because, you know, my bad faith criticisms actually worked. And it's not bad faith criticisms at all. It's actually a reflection of reality. I got one guide, and I apologize. Chatters at DGGers in their profile that were bad faith from the get. It's okay. It's okay. I still believe that even if someone is like a part of this weird pedophilic sex cult that is a cyber stalking operation designed around the mercy of one man and his own personal ambitions and his own vendetta, that they can still leave that cult eventually if someone talks to them. I'm not going to give up on that fight.